morning classmates. So, we're going to discuss about the Middle Ages. So, let's start with the historical timeline in the Middle Ages.
This is after Roman
Yes. So, yeah, let's start with political events. During 176, September 4, fall of Roman Empire, Emperor Romulus Augustulus, disposed by Ayun. September 4, fall of the Roman Empire, Emperor Romulus Augustulus, disposed by Odiaster, or also known as Odovacar, the leader of Germanic Skiri and their Uli tribes, which that were.
Do not read, you just give the synthesis.
So, ayun, it's all about the yung pag-dispose kay Emperor Romulus Augustulus that time. Then next, during 500, Clovis I, king of the Franks, and si Queen Clotilda. Ayun, so Clovis became Christian under the influence of Clotilda, also known as believing that victory against the Alemanni was brought about his innovation of Jesus. Next, 550, Justinian, Emperor of Byzantium. And then Empress Theodora, nag-compile of the Corpus Juris Civilis, or also known as the gathering and systematization of Roman law. Then next is 750, Pepin the Short, siya yung king of the Franks, anointed by order of Pope Zacharias I in 751 at Soissons. Then that's the beginning of Carolingian dynasty. Then during 800, the Treaty of Verdun, or also known as division of the Holy Roman Empire among Lothair, Charles the Bald, and Louis the German, and grandsons of Charlemagne and sons of Louis the Pius, I should say. So yun, next 900, Hugh Capet becomes becomes king of France. Then that's the beginning of Capetian dynasty. Then next, 1066, the Battle of Hastings. Nangyari siya noong October 14, 1066. Normal invasion of England by William the Conqueror. And yun din yung kamatay ni Harold Godwinson. Last.
Anglo-Saxon king.
Ayun, namatay, doon din pinatay si Hastings, tsaka nagtapos yung Anglo-Saxon period. Saxon. Then
Saxon
yung ano yun.
I'm so sorry, ma. Next, 1170, Frederick I Barbosa, the Holy Roman Empire, and
Emperor.
Holy Roman Empress.
If that is your speed, mawawalan kayo.
And Frederick I Barbosa, the Holy Roman Emperor, and Hohenstaufen dynasty. Doon na buo yung mga dynasty na yun. Then next naman sa religious events, yung 595, so nag-arrive yung Roman missionary Augustine, and the first Archbishop of Canterbury. Yan, pinadala siya ni Pope Gregory I to Christianize Anglo-Saxons. 600, King Ethelbert of Kent, Christianity. Then influenced by his wife named Bertha, the great granddaughter of Clotilda, and by missionary of Augustine. That time then, si Muhammad journey from Mecca to Medina, a migration known as the Hijra, the first year of the Muslim calendar. So that time then, nag-umpisa yung religion ng calendar sa Middle Ages. Next, 1050, East-West Schism. That time na separate yung Roman Catholic Church and Eastern Orthodox Church. The mutual excommunication of Pope Leo IX and Patriarch Michael Cerularius. Patriarch Michael Cerularius.
Binabasa mo lang eh.
Eh, yun ma'am.
Yung dapat yung magbibigay ka ng synthesis. For another information. Go ahead.
Pope Gregory VII, hindi ko siya. Declared the supremacy of the Church, terminates the right of secular rules, to appoint ecclesiastical officials, and begins the investiture controversy. And the opposition and excommunication of Henry IV. Then next, 1095, First Crusade. So, 1095 na nangyari yung First Crusade na nilaunch by Pope Urban III.
Crusade.
Crusades.
Ano yung crusade?
Yung ano pa parang mission ng religious
Holy War?
religious event. Then 1147, Second Crusade, si Pope Eugenius III naman yung nag-launch that time. And nag-preach naman doon si Saint Bernard de Clairvaux. Next 1190, Third Crusade, ended in favor. So, ayun.
Bakit sila may crusade? What is that for? And who are the members of this crusade?
Yung mga mga Catholic.
Knights, okay? So ito yung parang okay, never mind, I'll just explain.
Yeah, next 1200 din naman yung Children's Crusade. So, yung mga bata naman naging...
You have only 4 minutes left.
Then St. Dominic,
Tagal mo.
the preacher and presbyter of heretics, founder of Order of Christ.
Okay, next.
Then next literary events. So 520, Civitius, philosopher and author of Consolation of Philosophy, executed by Theodoric Ostrogord, ruler of Rome. Next naman, Saint Benedict, father of, she is known as the father of Western monasticism and the author of the Rule of Saint Benedict. Then Venerable Bede,
Venerable Bede.
Didiscuss na lang din namin yung kasabay ng writers and their writings. So, as we discuss the famous writers, we discuss na rin namin yung biggest contributions na writers in the Middle Ages.
PowerPoint yan guys. EdTech yan guys, EdTech.
Okay. The first English poet is I don't know how to pronounce. Kate Bon. Yeah. He is the author of The Dream of the Holy Rood. I'm sorry, I wasn't able to read his writing. And next is Venerable Bede. Venerable Bede is the one who wrote the Natura Rerum. It is the ecclesiastical history of England. Ibig sabihin, history ng England in terms of their Christianity. Geoffrey Chaucer, famous medieval author of the Canterbury Tales. Ang Canterbury Tales is a compilation of 20 stories na for competition siya. Tapos, ang prize ng competition na yun, libre meal. And then, next is Marjorie Kempen, famous as the author of the first autobiography in English.
So, next naman tayo kay... Medyo inayos ko po kasi yung... Okay, kay John Doerr tayo. So, kung mapapansin nyo, 1325 to 1408, nasa late Middle Ages na siya, which is nag-overlap na din sa Renaissance period. So, siya naman, alam naman natin na si Geoffrey Chaucer, isa din siya sikat na manunulat noong time na yon. And next, si Francesco Petrarch, 1304, Petrarch. From 1304 to 1374. So, nasa late Middle Ages na din siya. Famous naman siya sa Italian poet na kung saan medyo may pagka humanist yung mga ginagawa niya. And next, ito, pinakasikat, si Dante. Where is Dante? Dante Alighieri, famous for his Divine Comedy. Yung sa Divine Comedy niya, medyo, ano siya, from Florence, Italy nga pala nun. Ayun. Medyo, yung gawa niya ay related kay God, medyo biblical siya. Bali,
Medyo biblical, may allusion sa Bible.
May allusion sa Bible mismo. So, meron tatlong structure yung ginawa niyang Divine Comedy. Yung hell, tapos yung purgatory, tsaka yung heaven. So, medyo alam naman natin na sa mga simbahan, ayun din yung tatlong bagay na naka-base
Come on.
sa Bible. And next, meron din dalawang sikat na writer nung time na yon na focus din sa religion. Si Thomas Aquinas and si Peter Abelard. Tapos si next is sa characteristics. Ito yung mga characteristics na pinili namin na common sa lahat or sa karamihan ng writings noong medieval period. First, women take place. Nagsisimula na silang mapansin sa lipunan sa writings na yon. Pangalawa, specifics and trifles occur more generally. So, yung sa halip na dinedetalya nila, it's to the point na hindi na naman kailangan yung detail na sa story. Next, figures of speech are numerous, simile, metaphors, and etc. Next, references to the classics of Greece and Rome. Self-explanatory. Descriptions are ornate and pretty. They see the world as the most beautiful place in the universe. Next, pleasant aspects of nature predominate. Ayun, nature din. Frequent didactic intention. Karamihan, nagtuturo ng moral lesson. Next, new forms of rhythm and rhyme. Dito nagsisimula na yung poetry, verse, and prose. Next, technique of the dream vision used frequently. Yun, parang medyo masyado ng malawak ang imaginasyon nila. And then, predominant genres, lyric, yung more on love story then, romance, love affairs, ballad, it's a lover song that tells a story. Allegory, more on the religion, and then miracle, mystery, morality, and drama.
Okay. So you see, during the Middle Ages,